you see? That was first try.
That was pretty impressive on both ends. Hey,
that was
Trevor,
incredible.
I know
Oh
you're
my
trying
gosh.
to listen to our podcast. We're trying to record it here.
Banter 20.
All right, welcome into the Bogey Bro Banter.
We got a little bit of a moody boy today.
Moody.
It's a little
Why
bit
is
of a
that,
moody
Connor?
boy. Well, you see that light. Well, for those of you listening, you can't see, but close your eyes unless you're driving in a vision. There's a light in front of Trevor, but there's two lights, and the big one was flickering really bad. The bulb was going bad.
This one right.
Yeah, just show him, Trevor, real quick.
I can't. I was gonna.
I have
break
one
everything.
over here too.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
We
One of
had
those
lights the whole time.
We
and
had
you
lights
guys
the whole
you
thought
guys thought we were in the
You
dark.
guys thought it was a window, but the bulb's
Just a wall.
the bulb's going bad. So we're just two lighting it.
This is the one that's working. I'm just kidding. All right. Before we get into today's episode too much farther, we're going to talk about a little sponsor for today's episode, Manscaped. Spring has sprung, and our friends at Manscaped have the best tools for some spring cleaning. And they've already helped you tidy up all the nooks and crannies of your body's basement, but this year Manscaped can help you get the perfect presentation on that beautiful face with the new Beard Hedger Pro Kit. Make sure you look your best this spring by using code BANTER20 to get 20% off and free shipping over at manscaped.com. It's time to tame your mane with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The sun is peeking back out, which means you have to show your face in the daylight again. Sorry. So use the kit to make sure your scruff looks award-winning, whether you have that glorious beard flow or some smooth, sleek cheeks. It all starts off with the Beard Hedger, which is a wireless, waterproof, cordless trimmer with a rotary wheel that gives you 20 hair cutting links in one guard. That thing's incredible. It's a high-tech piece of art, to be completely honest with you, in a travel-size package with a long-lasting battery, universal charging, and a strong motor. They also have some liquid formulations, starting it all off with a beard shampoo and conditioner. You also have the beard oil. The nutrient-infused oil relieves dryness both on the beard and the skin beneath while still adding a little shimmer and shine to liven up that look. And you can cap it all off with a beard balm, a pomade that shapes, styles, and moisturizes, bringing that amazing scent of fresh eucalyptus, rosemary, and lavender essential oils to your face. Not to mention the Beard Hedger Pro Kit comes with 3 free gifts, a beard brush, a comb, and scissors to ensure you're always
And
ready
a
to
grip.
impress. So don't forget to save 20% and get free shipping with the code
And it comes with the
BANTER20
box that it
at
comes in.
manscaped.com. That's 20% off and free shipping with the code BANTER20 over at manscaped.com. Focus on the face and use the Beard Hedger Pro Kit for the cleanest look in the game.
Heck yeah! Can I get a heck yeah? Can I get a heck yeah?
We used to.
It's warm back here.
It is warm back here.
Gosh.
Whenever we travel for Bogey Bro battles, me and Hunter and Trevor make a lot of jokes. That's kind of how we roll whenever we're in the car. We joke the whole time.
Serious.
We are serious boys, but sometimes we joke. And
that guy we suck.
kept on. What are you looking at, Hunter?
This is waveforms?
Remember that time we signed
Does it
that
everything
guy's
look
rear
okay?
view window?
I don't know. Like, Trevor's just not talking very much, so I can't tell about his.
Yeah. So anyway, his waveforms are always smaller. It's something like that mic.
Hey, but like it's fine.
I'm not gonna break the fourth wall anymore.
Okay.
So we would go on these Bogey Bro battles, and I used to always say that'd be funny if like I was like our hype guy, and like as we drove up, I was like hanging out the window, and I was like, "Can I get a heck yeah?" And then that turned into
He just said, "Can I get a heck yeah?" Is what he
yeah.
said.
Translation. Very important.
He also used to yell, "The Bogey Bros are here" out the window.
Yeah.
The Bogey Bros here.
That's what he would do. He turns into a New Yorker when he yells.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yeah.
Reminds me of my mom.
His mom's from New York.
All right, guys.
Long
Serious question.
Yep.
Are
Serious
you
answer.
familiar with the show Iron Chef America?
Yes.
So, do you
No,
know?
I'm semi-familiar.
So the concept of the show was you are basically they would bring on these very, very renowned chefs, but not famous chefs necessarily, and they would have to pick an Iron Chef to face off against. Like Bobby Flay was a chef.
I love Bobby
You
Flay.
know, they had Kat Cora was a chef. They had all these like famous TV chefs that were like a big deal, and then you pick your chef. And then they would reveal the secret ingredient.
Dun, dun, dun.
And that had to be included in, I think, all of the dishes that you made. I think you made maybe 3 dishes. I can't remember. They'd scored. It was really intense. So my question is, you're on this show.
Mm-hmm.
What is the secret ingredient that you are hoping to get?
I'm hoping to get.
That you have to put in.
So you got to
any
put in
dish
like
that
an
you're
appetizer, entree, dessert.
Let's just say, well, I don't...
Like, is that the style?
I believe they just made 3 dishes. I don't
So
think...
like 3 entrees.
Yeah, I think it was like, at least
Chicken.
when I watched it.
making. Butter.
Hoping for chicken.
What can I have some parameters? Because
I was mostly
keeps
like
me-
you would want to pick something that you feel that maybe you know how to use really well that somebody else might not dominate you with.
Frozen pizza.
Because if you pick chicken or butter, you're getting lit up.
I want
Yeah,
frozen pizza.
Yeah.
That's not a, see, as silly as that answer is, that's not a bad idea.
No, I can make a banging frozen
That's
pizza.
not a
You
bad
gotta do
idea.
you got to do some stuff to it that I feel like an Iron Chef would be like, okay, I'm going to repurpose these ingredients, blah, blah. Mm-mm. Not me, man.
Not him, man. Connor?
I think I could go with either like a barbecue sauce of sorts because I like to stick to that tangy and salty kind of flavor profile. I think I can make good things with that.
Yeah.
Or I can sneaky get Kalamata olives in things and add flavor that people don't realize they're missing.
Okay.
The flavor's called salt.
I don't know. I think I would probably, if I had time to prep, I would just like learn how to like make something very complex. Like I'd learn how to use an ingredient that nobody uses, then pick that ingredient. That'd be my plan. Like some fish or something that like you could only cook a certain way. But if I just had to go right now, I feel like I would go with, I don't know. Hunter's answer was actually a really smart answer for somebody going up against a pro chef. Like you almost
You got to take them off
you
guard.
almost have to dumb them down. Like I like the
Eggo
idea.
waffles. Freezer burnt.
Ooh, that's my answer. Freezer burnt Eggo waffles.
Yeah.
Because
levels the playing
you
field.
think
because
that-
it levels the playing field.
Because they're going to be thinking about, like, how do I rehydrate it, whatever. Trevor's like, I've eaten so many of these, I know how to complement the freezer burn flavor.
That's exactly right.
What is it? How do you
You wouldn't know. You don't. I've never
You've never
had
had
a
a
waffle.
how
waffle,
is it
so
that
Connor's
you
never had a waffle.
No, how is it that you
Everything I say would just be like, you don't have the base
You
to
know, in
understand
like
what I'm
you know, in like Charlie
So then-
Brown when the
then your
adults talk, it's
judges,
like
though.
"Wah, wah, 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 wah." That's what it would sound like if we're talking about waffles.
Yeah. Because you'd just be like, pancake, pancake, pancake. That's what you'd be hearing. Waffle, waffle.
I don't
All right,
particularly
let me
enjoy
explain
this
it.
conversation.
I'll explain it to you.
It's like a
Ask me the
pastry.
question.
There's like these grooves in it, and
Yeah.
it catches
Nope,
the syrup.
nope,
So-
nope,
How
we're
could
done.
you say that
We're
a
done.
pancake is better when the waffle is engineered to catch the syrup?
Dang straight.
Wait, who are you saying? How can you?
Anybody. I'm
Oh,
talking
I
to the
agree.
audience.
I think a waffle's much better.
Have you had frozen pancakes?
Not
No,
good.
I didn't even know
They're
there
not,
were
they're
frozen
not
pancakes.
very good.
No, they're not.
They're not very good. Let me tell you, at
And
my
I got a
Tell
secondary
me.
food
Hit 'em with
question.
it.
okay,
Yep.
okay, go ahead.
Yep.
Before we get into random story time. Similarly
Well,
to
I was
yours.
sticking to food, but
Okay, my bad. I thought we were about to
Before we
pivot.
Let me ask one
random
more.
You asked
bull
to-
crap
I thought you were-
Trevor time.
I thought you were
have
about
you
to
guys
pivot away
ever
and I
had
had a really good prompt.
Have you guys ever had a bagel full? So,
Bagel-full?
and when I was in elementary
It's like a
school,
stuffed
you
bagel?
could buy breakfast at school, like on your way into
Okay.
school. And I don't know why they really
Why
offered
it
it.
sounds very familiar.
It was like this long bagel stick that they
I
would
know what you're
pump
talking
full
about.
of like cream cheese and sometimes cinnamon and stuff, and
Yeah.
they weren't very good.
I don't.
It was like a bagel baguette.
I've never
Yeah.
had one, but I think I've seen them.
I think
They
I've
before.
seen
were
them.
they were like low key pretty gross. I'm gonna try and find them and buy them.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Similarly to your question, actually very similar to your
They're so
question.
gross.
So have y'all ever watched the show Beat Bobby Flay?
Yeah.
I've never watched it.
You've never watched Food Network in general?
No, sir.
Okay. So Beat Bobby Flay, the
Lame.
I've
problem.
That
watched a lot of-
surprises me a lot about you.
I've
here they
watched a
are.
lot of Food Network clips on
Okay, I've
YouTube.
seen those. I've never tried one.
They were gross. Kraft
Yeah.
made them.
Oh.
They just didn't taste good.
So the Beat Bobby Flay premise is you and another chef walk in. Bobby Flay gives you a secret ingredient.
Uh-huh.
You now have to battle that chef, and then there's two coaches, you can call them, that are trying to beat Bobby Flay.
Yep.
They both taste your dish and pick which one of you wins, and you're going to go up against Bobby Flay. So in this scenario, you've just won that. Now they put you up against Bobby Flay. You're going to go against a panel of blind judges who are going to taste it. The spin of the game, though, is you get to pick your signature dish. So you can pick
Yeah.
any dish to cook.
That's right.
And Bobby Flay has to cook that dish as well. And then the judges taste it,
Goodness.
and
Yeah.
they pick which one's better. So what is your signature dish that you think gives you, because we don't really have
Yeah.
a shot at beating Bobby Flay.
Yeah,
I don't think
but
there's
gives
a
you-
dish.
This
that
is
does
kind of a
the best
spin-off too.
Okay.
He
beating Bobby
used to
Flay.
have a show called Throwdown with Bobby Flay,
And he would roll up.
He'd just roll up to
That
people
was
and try to
electric.
beat them at their signature
That
thing.
wasn't just Bobby Flay, though. There
Yeah,
was,
it was originally.
but no, the Throwdown guy is a different guy now.
Oh, they have a new guy now.
It's what's his name? Simon, I think. The bald dude.
Yeah. He was an Iron Chef for a while.
Yeah.
I forget his last name. But yeah,
He rolled. Yeah, he
Oh, okay.
rolls up to Throwdown. But this
I don't know what I'd pick.
What- you
Something
pick-
simple.
So the thing that you think you have the best shot at beating.
So
Bobby
here's
Flay.
You really
thing-
want to pick something that has very little margin
Yeah.
of
Well,
improvement.
here's the thing. In Throwdown with Bobby Flay, The times that he would lose the most is when you'd pick something, when he would pick a dish to throw down that was like very classic and like you don't want to mess with it too much, and then he would try to, and the panel of like judges a lot of times would be like local people that would blind taste test. They would just kind of stick with the original. They didn't want it to be all dressed up and fancy. So maybe that's kind of the strategy is like you go with something you know you can get perfect. Like, you know what I'd actually pick, and something that I would pride myself on? I would pick a breakfast sandwich. I could make a really good breakfast sandwich.
That's scary though.
It is scary.
Bobby Flay could whip up a mean breakfast sandwich.
But there's only so many things to throw into a breakfast sandwich, and I think the flavors of a breakfast sandwich, I can compete. I can compete with Bobby Flay with a breakfast sandwich.
I think I can make a really... I wanted to just say a steak.
I'd probably lose, but I can compete.
Just because a steak is one of those things where like I know that I can make a really good...
But you can't mess up the cooking.
I know, but I know I can... I've done it many times, and I can make a really good cast iron steak. And like you said, he might try to get fancy with it and everything, but at the end of the day, a classic just...
He's whipping
like
your
butter.
butt with the
I will
steak.
say,
I agree.
Straight up with
just
you.
to be clear, I know he's whipping
Bobby
my butt with
Flay on the
any-
I think
grill.
you went too
So
fancy.
I'm
On the
just
grill
picking-
is a formidable guy.
I know.
Formidable.
I think
know.
you went too fancy.
I'm just picking the one thing that I know I could also do well, and there's a chance that he goes too fancy with it. Like
I
you guys
do
were saying, with a
agree-
steak,
I do
at
agree
the end
with
of the day,
steak.
they might just prefer a classic steak, and he might go with something
As
fancy.
long as you cook it well,
But this is what I was going to say,
you
is
could,
that
it's going to taste good.
I went off of that because, again, it's really risky. So something where I can make it my own but still do it well, I think I can do a steak sandwich. I have a very good steak sandwich recipe that I made.
Yeah. It would be tough. It would be tough, man. Bobby Flay.
I think
Whip us around. Salsa chicken?
no, definitely not salsa chicken.
That is the what was that revealed on? What show?
It had to be
it
this.
was
was it
on
on
this.
the
Yeah,
Banter?
yeah, yeah. Banter.
That's
Yeah.
my favorite Banter moment of all time.
Yeah, I think
when we
same.
realized, I think this is back in season 2, episode 6 of the Banter, when we realized the plot twist of the century that Hunter doesn't even like his own salsa chicken that he talks so highly of.
I'd probably like it now.
I mean, I was dying.
Ever
Like,
since HelloFresh brand deal back
You have
months
expanded.
ago, I've expanded my flavor
if
profile.
anybody
has
can find that
expanded
clip
crazily.
and like give us the timestamp or whatever, please do, because
I'm
it
sure,
was so
sure
funny.
the clip is in the notes.
I think
Maybe.
I think
maybe.
though
I definitely clipped it. I
the
had
thing
to.
I'd probably have my best shot at beating him with would be I had to know
find it.
figure out the name of it,
have to look at the NOS.
but like what would it even be called? You know what? I could probably go like a Parmesan crusted chicken. I think I could
Parmesan crusted chicken.
just like. I think
That
it's
is-
tough to get better.
That is scary. That is a scary
I think
one.
that's a pretty scary one.
That is scary.
I know the temp and everything that I'm gonna cook the chicken perfectly.
It's gonna cook it perfect. It's
I
gonna be
know the
perfect.
crust is incredible. I eat it like twice a week, and like it's really I don't think he could beat me on the Parmesan chicken part. I don't think he could get it much better.
You don't think
But-
Bobby Flay could beat you? Like he could probably use homemade breadcrumbs, like all these different.
But he only
things.
has 40 minutes.
Yeah, you can homemade breadcrumbs that time.
Perfect. He just wasted a whole lot of time that I'm working on the sides because that's where I'm losing is the side dishes.
The
What are your
sides.
side dishes?
What's your side?
For me, I would probably roast some broccoli and do some like home fries, some like taters. But like, I'm getting whooped up on
Yeah,
the
you're
side
getting
dishes.
wrecked.
Yeah,
We're all getting wrecked.
the side dishes I'm getting whooped up on. But I think I'm pretty confident. Like you could find a panel of judges that prefer my Parmesan chicken. I think
I'm not seeing the.
because like you can't do too much to Parmesan chicken. Like you can't go too fancy with it.
I'm not seeing the salsa chicken.
Like what are you gonna
clip.
do?
Yeah,
You know?
you're right. And maybe he will go too fancy with it, and they won't like that.
Yeah, but the side dishes he
Yeah.
squashed me like a bug.
You get
I don't
squashed.
think the salsa chicken clip is in our possession,
It's on YouTube somewhere.
so we're gonna have to find it. It was legendary. It was a plot twist of the century. Legendary. Yeah, I don't know. If I just think about, honestly, I kind of just think about like as the dish like that I make the most that I'd never mess up ever. Because if you put me under the pressure and I'm cooking a steak, and I've done it quite a few times, like I could mess that steak up. It's a very particular thing. But
I
a breakfast
I could mess
sandwich,
anything up.
I'm not messing up a breakfast sandwich. I make them all the time.
Yeah,
But like,
your
what if
egg-
you cook the eggs
yeah, but
wrong?
Like, you're not. What if you overcook
It's
the
so
eggs?
but no, the eggs are so easy to get right. They're so easy to get right.
The good thing
Under
about
the
the
pressure,
breakfast
though?
sandwich, the
Yeah.
good thing about the breakfast sandwich
They are
is
very
time wise,
easy
you
to
could
get right.
have like 5 shots at it.
Yeah, exactly.
If you mess up the eggs, you just need 2 more
Yeah,
minutes.
you
I
would
think
just-
that there's such easy ways to get creative with a breakfast sandwich that is really good. that'd be hard to just make a classic breakfast sandwich that won't get beat by a.
No, I wouldn't. I would get creative with it. I would get creative
What would
with
your
it to some
creativity
degree.
be? I'm just curious.
Well, I think so. My like ideal breakfast sandwich, features first. You gotta have a good hearty bread. I prefer it to be on more of a toast style thing
Like
than
a
a
Texas
bun.
toast.
A little bit too much on the bread for me.
Okay.
But something like that's sturdy.
Mm-hmm.
And then
I'm a big
I
guy.
like my eggs fried because I like them to run just a little bit.
Yep.
One of my big things I like hash brown, like a hash brown patty on there. I like having that potato aspect.
Mm-hmm.
You got to have some good cheese. Now my kicker is I do grape jelly on there for some sweetness, and then I'll also add a little sriracha on the top for some spice. And then you want to have a good protein. Bacon is my preferred. And then if I don't usually have this on hand, but to level it up even more, you go with like an avocado spread. And then the thing that would probably separate the breakfast sandwich would probably be like if I wanted to sub something out and do maybe a bacon onion jam, like instead of just
Or
doing
a pepper jelly.
or a
Well,
bacon
something
onion
to think
jam.
about. You mentioned the hash
Or like
brown
a pepper
patty. Are
jelly.
you making that? Or right
Yeah,
now, are
and
you
this-
going frozen?
I've done both.
Okay.
I've done both.
Because I always throw a hash brown patty on mine, but I just grab
It's
it out
pretty
the freezer
well.
and
It's pretty tough to mess those up.
air fry it.
Yeah, but I think that
Those are good.
the
Those
big
air-fried
key,
hash browns.
the big key would just be what kind of like if you'd probably I would make like a homemade like sauce like aioli maybe, but it would be delicious. Like it would be so good.
Yeah, for my breakfast sandwich. For my steak sandwich, I would make a whatever steak. Probably New York strip would be my choice. Because it's not too marbled with fat. I feel like you want a little bit more muscly steak for a sandwich because you got so many other flavor profiles to go with it. So I'd probably go with like a New York strip, medium rare, obviously easy. Slap that up real quick, and then I'd have a like long ciabatta.
Ciabatta is a great bread.
Yeah.
Ciabatta is a great bread.
And then I would my kicker right here is I'd go. What goes on top of it is an arugula mix with some oil and red wine vinegar in there.
Yeah.
Some oregano and red pepper flakes in there. Just toss up really fresh, like crisp kind of
fresh.
salad that goes on top of the steak, and then along with my homemade garlic aioli.
I like pickled onions on my steak.
Pickled
sandwich.
onions, that would be very good too. Yeah, that's also some red onion on there.
Yeah.
Red onion goes really well with steak.
I think we should do another bracket.
Okay.
I think we
How
should
do you
another
mean?
bracket? Like we used to do
We used to
like,
do, like, the chair
we did, like the
bracket.
chair bracket.
Oh, yeah.
And one that I had in mind that I think would be funny and we'd fight over.
It is
What
March.
was it that we fought over about the chair again? A throne.
Yeah, I think in the spirit of March we do a bracket, and I think we do a candy bracket.
Gosh.
And I think the way this is gonna work is majority rules. So 2v, there's three of us.
I was so
it's
confused
gonna
for a second
work
because
out.
you said in the what'd you say? In the what of March?
Spirit of March.
In the spirit
Madness.
of March, we should do a bracket. And I was like, it's October is whenever Halloween is. What are you talking about doing a candy bracket? But now
I understand.
March Madness.
Bracket.
Um,
ACC tournament's going on right now.
so we're gonna
Go Bobcats.
look up. I'm gonna look up a bracket here, and it might not feature every single candy, but
Oh, you're trying to find a pre-made candy bracket.
I've got one right here. This looks like a pretty good one.
That's fine. That helps.
This one,
does help.
this one actually is really good because it has chocolate on one side of the bracket, and then kind of like your
I
So
can already
do we
tell
candies
all
on
have
the
to
other
choose
side.
together?
no majority 2v1 wins.
Oh, that makes sense.
So because it'll have to work out that way. There's three of us.
Well, I'll tell you right now, there's gonna be a problem because we love almond joys and Hunter hates almond joys with a passion.
Well, it doesn't matter because if we want to advance it, we can.
That's true.
That's just the
Broken
way it's
bracket.
gonna work.
So it's a broken
I
bracket.
hope
There's
the
no way
almond
around
joy
it.
isn't on the bracket.
I mean, it's gonna be. You know what? Actually, I hope that it's not as well.
Well, since Trevor's doing the bracket, it's gonna be
What you think I'm gonna rig the bracket?
rigged. Yeah, like his putter bracket.
Dang, dude, come on.
Explain
you
to me
can
how
do
that was rigged.
You didn't listen to people.
Explain it
I
to
did.
him.
Didn't listen to people.
Didn't listen to
Okay.
people.
Oh, this is like a huge bracket right here. I
I
was
thought
like,
you just found one. That you
well,
loved.
I saw a picture of one, but then I was
Sorry.
like, well, wait a second, I'm gonna have to remember each round. Like, I kind of need an interactive one, is what I realized.
Mm.
So that's where I'm at. Well, first of all, Like, what are your guys' early predictions? Like, what do you think is going to dominate?
It's going to be hard for me to not have Reese's going far. Especially if, especially if there's like a Reese's egg.
I understand
or something.
Yeah, I also really like
The
Reese's.
Reese's egg. Reese's egg. So good.
I last night had one of my favorite chocolate bars of all time.
What's that?
I don't know. It was
It's like a fancy
it's that
boy?
like Fresh Market brand, but they had them at Target randomly. It's like Tony's or Loney's or
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
something really colorful branding.
Yeah.
We were in Target because we had to get, I don't even know what we had to get. Not important to the story. Formula. We needed baby formula. And we were walking. We always just end up doing a circle around Target. We were walking past all the grocery side, and on the end cap, someone had just placed a Tony's variety pack.
How do I
And Liz and I had always only got just the normal milk chocolate and the milk chocolate pretzels from there, from Fresh Market. Got the variety pack, and then we put Luca to sleep, and then we stayed up to watch Full Swing, the PGA Tour documentary thing. And Liz brought one of the little, it's like a chocolate bar like this big, one to me, and she brought one for herself, and we each had a glass of milk, and we just sat up, ate chocolate, and watched the thing. It was incredible. And the one she brought me was hazelnut. It was chocolate hazelnut. And it was the best chocolate bar I've had in a very long time. I'm not going to say ever, but a very long
All
time.
right, I'm just going to remember.
I once.
what-
Let me tell
I'm
a story
sorry.
really quick, Trevor. I one time, my sister went to Nashville for her honeymoon. I think that's where I got this from, and she brought back. She brought me back a candy bar,
Toblerone?
a chocolate candy bar. I don't know what the chocolate candy bar was, but it was a Jim Beam chocolate candy bar. So it was like Jim Beam the whiskey, like flavored filling on the inside. And I was like, that's cool. I don't really drink, but I thought it was really cool. I enjoyed that flavor, and so I opened it and I looked at it and I was like, oh, it says whiskey flavoring on there, and I was like, okay, it's good to go. Like it just says whiskey flavoring. So it's like middle of the day. I just got home from work. It's 3:30. Gabby and I are sitting down on the couch watching TV. I break that sucker out, and it's a big candy bar.
Heck yeah.
It's a big candy bar, and the filling in it, a lot of filling.
A lot of
filling. And so I'm plowing through this thing. It's delicious. It's so good because you have the sweetness of the chocolate, sweetness of this like caramel filling, but then also like a little bit of that like that jab of the whiskey flavor. Super good, very balanced candy bar. I eat this whole thing. Eat the entire candy bar. It's literally like this big.
Okay.
And then I stand up and I'm like, I feel a little bit weird right now.
You got drunk off a candy bar?
I was no. Nowhere close. But just enough to where I could tell.
You got tipsy off a candy bar?
No, not even close to that either. It wasn't like
You got faded off a candy bar?
it was just like
you were blackout drunk
from a
it was
candy
just like,
bar,
it was just
bro?
like I had the little bit of
Lightweight.
feeling. I was just a little bit of feeling that like there was alcohol in something I consumed because I could just tell a little bit. It wasn't like I was like, whoa, dude. Like it was just like, huh, that's kind of interesting. I read it, 2.5% alcohol.
So you just misread it the first time.
So it's So it's like
that is
it's
so
like
wild.
It was like the equivalent of drinking like half a beer. And it was pretty fine print. I feel like they really should have made that print way bigger. But
That's
after
funny.
I ate it, I was like, that's funny.
All right, I got the bracket here. We're just gonna go for it. First round, we've got Hershey's bar, just classic Hershey's bar,
okay.
versus the Hershey's cookies and cream bar.
Cookies and cream.
I would say the regular one.
Yeah, I feel like you have to go regular here.
I don't really like white chocolate. Neither does Connor.
So mad
And
right
Connor-
that's fair.
Connor and I just don't really
Okay.
like white chocolate.
now. I don't.
Well,
like white chocolate.
that's gonna cause some problems.
Well, I don't think it's gonna.
I mean, all white chocolate is just vanilla flavored chocolate.
Well, it's not chocolate.
Yeah, it's not like
There's no cocoa
There's
powder
no
in it.
cocoa in it, so it's not even chocolate.
But it's vanilla flavored chocolate. Like it's everything else you put in chocolate.
Minus the cocoa.
Well, there's no more white chocolate things on here. It looks like
That's
so.
Ridiculous.
I think we
mean,
should.
that's,
I-
one, that's
listen,
one of the
I-
all-time greatest.
I
Candy
respect
bars.
white
This
chocolate.
is a candy bracket. This
I
isn't a
just-
chocolate bracket. Let's remember that too. And that's one of the all-time greatest candy
Okay,
bars.
but like I think about everything that
I'm buying
Hershey
y'all
goes
one.
into.
I'm buying y'all one.
Okay.
Tomorrow, and you're gonna taste it, and you're gonna be like, Hunter, I'm sorry. This is way better than the normal.
I
Hershey milk
guarantee you
chocolate
I
bar.
will like it. I guarantee you I won't like it more than regular chocolate.
Okay, here's the thing. I'm not buying you one tomorrow. I'm buying Trevor
Dang
one
it.
alone because
Dang, how did I
Trevor
get
I've
myself
sat
had
there
the
and
cookies
accepted
and
it.
creams one.
They're
before.
incredible. 10 out of 10.
Okay, next matchup we've got Milk Duds versus Junior Mints.
I think that should we talk about it or never mind? Because my other option was going to keep us all from getting an argument, but I realize it's kind of the point of this.
That's kind of the goal of a bracket.
I would say Junior Mints.
I love Milk Duds.
Milk Duds versus Junior Mints.
Yeah, I like both of these a lot.
Junior Mints, I feel like are too minty.
Yeah, I never really eat Junior Mints. I like them. Milk Duds gets crazy stuck in your teeth, but I think I'm going to say Milk Duds just for like the people.
Okay. So you're just kind of conforming at this
I'm not
point?
only taking
Sounds
into
like
account.
I agree with you.
No. I'm not only taking into account my opinions.
He didn't
on
like how he
these.
felt after the cookies
I'm taking
and cream.
into the world.
And so he wants to just, which I'm okay with, just side with me. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's
Well,
what
I'm thinking about which one I'd be more sad to lose. I forget Junior Mints exist. So
Okay. Next matchup here. So Milk Duds move on. Next we have Snickers versus Baby Ruth.
Snickers all day.
I
love
like Baby
Snickers all
Ruth's,
day.
but I'm going to say Snickers.
I love Snickers.
Not even a comparison.
I like the almond Snickers better, surprisingly.
Next up, we've got M&M's versus Milky Way.
M&M's.
I mean, that's like two completely different candies.
That's easy.
M&M's is such a good candy.
The way
though,
I'm
I
thinking
have
about
to
these is
take
which
them.
one would I be more sad if there was no more of in the world?
As long as Snickers is still in there, I'm fine with M&M's going on. Because Snickers and Milky Way, like I'm typically choosing between those two.
Yeah, but Milky Way doesn't have enough texture in it for
I'm
me.
never
I want some
choosing
crunch.
between M&M's and Milky Way.
I'm all about texture whenever it comes to candy.
M&M's on the wrong side of the bracket is what I'm gonna say.
Yeah, I get that.
Wow.
It's a little more snacky.
But
No, it should be on the
Are we
like,
taking
other side.
Are we taking? Well, it's not. The other one's like fruit and like that kind of like candy. It's not chocolate based. These are all chocolate based.
But like, I don't really think of M&M's is a chocolate candy. I get that there's chocolate in there, but like
that is.
you think of it like
It's
I would
it's
put
because it's a little
M&M's
bit
in
more of
like
a snacky
Skittles,
candy.
Reese's
Yeah.
Pieces, that type of like vibe
it's a different
versus
vibe.
chocolate.
Okay.
Like a
M&Ms
Milky
win.
Way versus M&M's are two
Yeah.
completely different things.
Well, sure.
But
Sure.
M&M's win.
Yeah, M&M's are fine.
M&M. I mean, it's tough to beat. Next up, we've got Butterfinger versus Kit Kat.
That's a tough one.
I'm going Butterfinger.
I think
I
I'm
love
just,
Kit
I'm
Kats,
just,
but
if y'all agree, I'm gonna just let it fly
I'm gonna
because
go-
I love both.
I would
of them.
go Kit Kat.
Oh no!
Butterfinger has so much depth to it.
Here's the thing.
You know? It's got. It's
I
They're
like
also
them both a lot.
they're
It's like a
both
toasty
very,
peanut
they're both
butter
so
flavor.
unique because like
They
there's
are.
no competitors out there for either of them. Here's the thing. I've bought a lot more Kit Kats in my life than Butterfingers.
Yeah.
So I think I got to go Kit Kat. You also don't risk something getting stuck in your teeth with a Kit Kat.
Very true.
So I
Yeah,
got to go
but
Kit Kat.
I feel like after you plow down a bunch of Kit Kats, they're just not. The flavor gets lost.
I
Well,
disagree. Now that you said that, you've sold me more on Kit Kat.
well, that's
Why
why I
are
didn't
you
say. That's why I didn't
plowing
say
down
it
your
before
Kit
you decided
Kats?
because I knew that if I said anything bad about it, you were just gonna be like,
I
yeah.
love Kit Kats.
Next up, we're going Crunch Bar versus Three Musketeers.
Crunch Bar is like my favorite candy, except I like Bunch of Crunch, which is
Three
the same thing.
Musketeers I forget about. They're very good.
They're low key so good. Like, I
It's
would take.
Crunch Bar
I
for
would
me.
take Three Musketeers.
Here's the thing. I can remember the last time I had a Three Musketeers.
Yeah.
It was semi-recent. I cannot tell you the last time I walked in and looked at candy and said, "You know what? I want a Crunch Bar." I saved the Rice Krispies for the bowl in the morning. I'm gonna go with Three Musketeers.
That's because with the Crunch Bar, I'm okay with that because I don't really care for Crunch Bars unless they're the mini ones in your Halloween candy. It's just always a great change up there because you get that pop. But I like Bunch of Crunch, which are like their little clusters of Crunch Bars in a bag. Those are so good.
Next up, we've got Reese's Cups versus Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Cup.
That's
Cups.
tough, but Reese's Cups,
Reese's
yeah.
Cups.
I'm not a big fan.
I
of
don't.
Reese's Pieces.
I wish it would have been Reese's Pieces versus M&M's and Reese's Cups versus Milky Way.
All right,
I feel
now
like that would have been more fair.
Now we've got one more matchup in the first round. We're just going to do this side of the bracket first because we can remember,
Yeah.
and then we'll do the candy side. So last matchup of this round, we've got $100,000
Good bar.
Okay. Yeah, that's good.
versus the Twix heavyweights.
Gotta be Twix.
Heavyweights.
Gotta be Twix.
What's funny
Twix is so
I
good.
probably like the $100,000 better, but I've had the Twix so much
It's
more.
the branding.
Yeah,
The $100,000's too unassuming.
I agree.
You just walk in there and like you feel like
I'm okay with Twix, but I love
like
Twix.
$100,000 feels like my granddad's bar.
Yeah.
But like Twix is just like the bar. Of
The only
day.
reason I know what $100,000 is because of The Office.
Yeah, that's fair.
All right, next round, we got the Hershey's bar versus the Milk Duds.
Hershey's bar.
Yeah, I agree.
Should have been cookies and cream.
We've got the Twix versus the Snickers.
Now, see, that's just not right. That's the final four matchup.
I go Twix. If I'm looking
They
at
seeded this wrong.
if I'm looking in my Halloween
take
candy
Snickers.
bag and I see Twix and I see Snickers, I'm reaching for the Twix.
I'm taking the Snickers.
The thing about Snickers that a Twix doesn't do
fills you up.
is it's a meal in a bar.
Yeah.
Like if you're playing around to golf, all you need is a Snickers.
That's all you need.
You need about 7 Twixes.
I agree.
I knew that you were going to choose it.
I think I
Fine,
gotta
go
go
on.
Snickers. I think I gotta go
love
Snickers.
Next, we got M&M's versus the Kit Kat.
M&M's for me, but
I'll take M&M's. Yeah.
Really?
I love M&M's. I love that you
I'm
can
gonna start
shovel them
writing down when y'all eat candy. Because surely I've seen y'all eat Kit Kats way more than M&M's. I don't think I've ever seen y'all pop
I
an
don't
M&M.
ever buy a Kit Kat
Yeah.
bar. I only eat it during like Halloween time if it's in like a mixed bowl.
Yeah, that's just not true. I've eaten M&M's more than Kit Kat.
Yeah,
Not in this office.
peanut butter
Maybe
M&Ms
not.
are good. I don't ever eat candy in this office.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. The Kit Kat is so...
We've got the
I have to constrain myself. Because this is the winner bracket. I mean, let's be honest. The fruit candy isn't touching any of this.
No, it's not.
There's no shot.
Chocolate's too good.
And Kit Kat could have won it all. But
we said
Here we are.
the Three Musketeers.
Hey
won
man,
the first
we
round,
all have to
didn't
make
it?
sacrifices. I made like 8 sacrifices in a row.
The Three Musketeers won the first round, right? Yeah.
yeah, some of us are just passionate, Connor.
Three Musketeers versus the Reese's Cup. Reese's Cup.
Reese's Cup.
Yeah,
Reese's Cup.
definitely Reese's Cup.
Okay.
Not even.
What did
Now-
Three Musketeers beat again?
What?
What did Three Musketeers
Crunch
beat
bar?
again?
It was a Crunch Bar.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so Hershey's
It doesn't really matter. Nothing's
advances to
Reese's is
their
gonna win.
Hershey's versus Snickers.
Snickers all day.
I take Snickers as well.
I take Hershey's just because what you put Hershey's in, like all the things that you use Hershey's for.
Snickers is just
But
going
it
to be a
doesn't matter.
wagon. It's a
No,
wagon.
the best use of a Hershey's bar is to cover the outside of a Snickers bar.
Now we've got M&M's versus the Reese's Cup.
Reese's Cup, obviously.
Yeah, the Reese's Cup is...
All right,
it's just
justice has been
impossible to beat.
served on all fronts because the cookies and cream wouldn't have beat Snickers. And
And that leaves us with Snickers versus
Well, it
Reese's.
doesn't matter. At the end,
Justice has been
it's going to
served.
be Reese's Cup. We always knew it was going to be Reese's Cup.
Reese's Cup versus Snickers.
I would take
what are we
Snickers.
I'm taking
That's
Reese's
it.
Cup.
This is the finals. I would take Snickers over the Reese's Cup.
Oh, frick my life.
It is so hard.
Those are the
and
two
I
goats.
don't even know if I. You know what? I don't know if I want to make this tough for Hunter or not because like I could take Reese's here. Like, it is so good.
It's easy for me. Reese's is the answer.
Well, you
I
haven't
think
you haven't liked the
I-
Snickers for a few rounds though. So like of course.
I like Snickers just
I-
fine, but I prefer Reese's.
Here's the thing. Here's the problem I have with Reese's Cups. They go too quick.
And they're also inconvenient.
You have to unwrap like 3 things. They leave you with a bunch of trash.
Yeah.
A Snickers bar is just like, it's a turd.
Yep.
You just pop it, you open it up, it's right there, and it fills you up. Reese's Cups always leave me wanting more.
But Reese's
Snickers
Cups
never do.
come in so many different
So-
forms, so you can eat
But
them
that's
at-
not.
No, no.
No, this is
Reese's
Reese's Cups.
You can get a big Reese's Cup. You can get the Reese's Cup
Big Cup's a
minis.
different thing. Different thing.
This
This
is
is
just
the
a
Reese's
standard
Cup.
Reese's Cup. Because then
Those
you
are
get,
all different cakes.
you
Because then
get
you'd be like Reese's Fast Break. That's basically a Snickers.
Well, no, that's different. I said Reese's Cup, the small Reese's.
Well, we're
Cup.
going with the standard.
This is just
one.
the standard
This is just
cup.
a standard.
Okay, well,
Stick
I'd
to the
still go
standard.
Reese's. Cup.
I'm going Snickers.
Okay, Snickers makes it out of the chocolate side of the bracket. Is a deserving candy. It's a big deal.
Yeah.
This one is going to be violent.
I don't think so.
We've got Sour Patch Kids versus Warheads first round.
Sour Patch
Sour
Kids.
Patch
Wow,
Kids.
Warheads, I forgot how painful they are.
Now we've
They suck.
People don't eat Warheads because they like
Gannon
them.
had to eat 5 of them in the last vlog they
That's
did.
terrible. I have one in my suitcase because I refused to eat the second one after I ate one.
Next we've got Twizzlers versus Hot Tamales.
Twizzlers.
I hate them both.
I love Twizzlers. One of my
Yeah,
favorite candies.
Whatever y'all want.
I would go Twizzlers.
Yeah, they both suck.
Okay.
I hate them both.
We got Nerds versus Dots. I go Dots here.
Nerds. Dots are gross. Sorry. To
Dots
me,
are like the
I do not
gummy-
care
they're like
for
the
dots.
waxy
They're very
gummy
waxy.
ones.
They're like
very waxy.
gumdrops.
I don't care about either of them.
I don't really either, but I like Nerds better.
I think if it was Nerds Rope,
Yeah.
I'd be all in.
right.
But
same.
just Nerds, like what? I'm never buying a box of Nerds. And
Are
just
you
throwing
buying
it
a
out.
box of Dots?
I've eaten Dots in the last calendar year. Yes,
But I guess just because
I have
gingerbread
not
houses.
eaten Nerds in the last calendar year. So I think I go Dots. Yeah, gingerbread houses is also big.
Dots
I
aren't going to make it far.
I
Don't
throw
worry.
down a lot of dots at gingerbread.
They're gonna have
Neither one of them are making it past the
Yeah.
next round.
Well,
so.
the next round, this is a powerhouse here. Skittles versus Starburst.
Skittles for me.
Oh, frick.
I think Starbursts are too inconvenient to eat.
They're-
All right, Mr. Reese's Cup.
Well, yeah, but Starbursts are smaller. And
Starbursts are incredible.
This one is tough.
I think,
for
yeah,
me.
Starbursts are very good.
Oh,
I
I
just
like
prefer
both.
Skittles.
I like both,
so
but like
much.
Skittles are
there is
listen,
nothing that beats a pink or red Starburst.
I put a handful of Skittles in my mouth
I actually
very
like red
recently.
and yellow better than pink and orange.
That's fine too. I said pink and red.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not an
Red's
orange
my
guy.
favorite. Red's my favorite.
I put a handful of Skittles in my mouth very recently because Robbie C made me do it.
It's pretty
and
awesome.
It was incredible.
Skittles
Like,
are
it was
good. They
genuinely.
are.
I put it in my mouth and I was
so
like, I
good.
forgot that this is the best flavor in the world.
They're very good.
Man.
I can't have Starburst anymore, and
I
it's
don't
one of the
like-
saddest realizations of my life.
I don't like not
Oh,
just being
man.
able to decide. I don't like deciding last. I feel like I'm splitting you guys up. I'm gonna go Skittles. I do
This
really like
is an
Skittles.
outrage.
Next we have Airheads versus Laffy Taffy.
Airheads. All day.
Yeah,
Not
Airheads,
even a
definitely.
question. Laffy Taffy's
Smarties
wishes
versus
of Airhead.
candy corn. Kind of an
Candy corn.
I hate candy corn.
I love candy corn.
Candy corn is
I'd take
incredible.
candy corn.
I mean, Smarties, we
fine.
didn't even know they had different flavors.
I don't
until 2
want.
days
I
ago.
don't really want to eat a Smartie anyway. So
Candy corn's great.
Next we have Blow
I'd be
Pop
sad if candy
versus
corn
Tootsie
didn't
Pop.
exist.
Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop.
Yeah.
Blow
Who
Pops
want-
are
you
an
don't want
abomination.
Tootsie
You
They're
don't
an
want
abomination.
you don't want the bubble gum in the middle. You want the chocolate.
You get a
Yeah.
punishment at the end of a Blow Pop when then you're like, well, then I have this dry
Well,
piece
not
of
if you're
gum.
me. I just swallow it.
Well,
You guys ever eat the stick?
No.
Okay,
That
the
was something I
last
shouldn't have
round,
said.
this is like a meme round. The last round is like, you know those like grandma candies that look like strawberries when they're wrapped?
Yep.
Yeah.
The hard candies? It's
Werther's?
that.
No, those are Werther's.
No,
are
those are
caramel.
caramels.
Those are good.
It's that versus sun-made raisins.
Gross.
I
Sun-made
mean-
raisins are not candy.
that's not candy.
That's a
I know,
fruit.
it's-
Those are the
This
two
is
that, like,
outrageous.
those are the two that you get that in your Halloween thing and you just burn the entire thing.
I choose not to participate
I'll go with the
in
strawberry
the rest
one,
of
'cause
the
that's at least
show
a candy.
just
Yeah,
because raisins were brought
Yeah,
up.
just for the sake of being a candy.
Just for the sake of being a
Okay,
candy.
back to the top of a bracket. We've got.
Raisins are the only food I actually hate.
Really?
That's
Yes,
so
only
surprising.
food
I love
hate.
They're
raisins.
so sweet.
Hate
yeah.
raisins.
I throw them down.
How can
hate
it-
I
them.
wouldn't call them
Is
candy.
it the texture or the taste?
It's because they freak me out.
Okay.
They freak me out, and I do not care for the taste either. If there's something that has raisin flavor in it, I can tell, and I do
now,
not care for it.
what
The-
is
the
raisin
ta-
flavor?
Yeah, the taste is like
It's like that.
sweet.
It
It's
tastes like raisins.
which is sweet, like a grape.
It's a grape.
Yeah, when it
Raisins
does,
is
but it
grape.
doesn't taste exactly like a grape. The driedness adds a little bit of a flavor to it.
So you don't like trail mix?
Not if it's got raisins in it.
Man,
Wow.
craisins.
I
Craisins
hate
good too.
craisins. Hate
Really?
craisins. Yeah, I can't do it.
We are
I know.
gonna
I know.
fill
I'm in,
his car with raisins.
I know I'm in the minority. I'll
You're
actually
gonna
throw
get
up.
raisined.
Like even like being near raisins, thinking about raisins makes me want to throw up. It's
Oh,
like it's
no,
a very
Connor.
irrational.
Oh, no.
I know it's a very like irrational fear I have, but
it's
I
so
hate
easy
raisins.
to get access to just buttloads
I
of
know,
raisins.
dude.
That's not even like
That's not good, Connor.
That's not
That is
even a tough
good.
thing. Like
Oh.
needles, that's hard to get you around needles. Raisins?
I mean, I could just be dropping them, just like whoop, little raisin on your
Yeah.
desk. Just one, just enough. Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
replace all your keycaps with raisins.
I will leave.
Yeah, type
I will
on
leave
raisins.
work if that day happens. I will leave work and drive home and stay there. You will not hear from me.
Well, that's a problem when you get home. Raisins
Raisins.
everywhere.
Hit him with another meatball.
Okay, we got Sour Patch Kids versus Twizzlers. Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour Patch Kids are wow.
I prefer Twizzlers, but I know that the world will outrage.
So I like Twizzlers a lot, but Sour Patch Kids are a wagon.
I don't
Dots,
really like Sour Patch Kids that much. I don't think they're
so
that much
good.
fun to eat because they hurt my mouth and they're so sour.
Dots.
Really? Sour
Yeah.
Patch Kids
They're pretty mild.
never have a warhead.
Well, I mean, no, sour doesn't bother. Like a warhead doesn't really
Connor,
bother
you're a
me.
little baby.
It's just like if I'm like enjoying, like I don't really want something that's just gonna like be like I don't want something that tart. I
You're
guess
just not a sour guy.
I'm not a huge sour guy.
Dots versus Skittles.
Skittles, obviously. What am I,
Airheads
a
versus
dummy?
candy corn.
Wait, Dots versus Skittles was first round.
Skittles Starburst was first round. It's nerds
Starburst. I
and
was
all.
gonna say Skittles for sure. What was next?
Airheads versus candy corn.
Flavor Airheads, but life. I'm gonna be sad if candy corn doesn't exist.
You didn't vote for it in the first round.
I don't like candy corn, but I'd be very sad if candy corn didn't exist.
Well, that's not what this vote is based on.
It makes me
but-
happy to see. Like I like it whenever it's out in a bowl
This
or on a
is a tough one
table.
because I
but
love
like I just
candy
won't eat
corn,
them.
but it does have that seasonal effect on me.
But like
where-
I think about how sad Halloween would be.
that's
if there
not
was
what
no
this.
candy
That's
corn.
not how
what
this
this is
bracket
about.
works, though. We're not
What is the bracket about
We're
then?
just
you
our
have
favorite.
two in front of you. What are you eating?
What, is it what am I eating or which one do I like better?
That's the
like
same
better,
question.
but it's not. One of them's
No.
not getting disapparated. From
You're right.
the
I
world.
can't help it. Whenever
I think we did
the
that
way
with the
I'm
chair
think-
one, so I think
That was
that's
good. Yeah, because Connor's like, how do I drive a car without a car seat? We're like, no, it's which is better.
That's the way I think about which one is better. It's which one would I be the most sad if it ceased to exist.
Hey, that's fair, I guess.
I
It's
just picture
not.
like I have two in front of me.
That's why I cannot make decisions because that's the way that my mind works.
I just
It's
have
either
two
it's
in front
all
of
of
me,
this
and,
and
like,
none
Save
of
it
this.
for counseling, bro.
I need counseling. I need help.
I think I'm going Airheads because there's more variety of flavor. Candy corn is all just the same flavor.
You can
I'm
get a
going
lot of
candy
flavors of candy corn.
Really?
They make so many.
I've only ever had just candy
Yeah,
corn.
you can get like strawberry cheesecake. Like they make so many. But
I'm going candy corn. Hate the flavor.
All right, I'm taking candy corn. Now let's ride candy corn.
Well, he just said he hates the flavor, and then you're arguing.
They have a lot of flavors. of
Your
candy
argument
corn,
is that
they
there's
do.
a lot of
I
flavor.
love
do.
Airheads though.
Airheads are great.
Tootsie
Do
Pop.
y'all ever do the thing where you like snap it until it's
Oh, yeah.
tiny and then you pop it all in
yeah.
one?
No.
You never done
What?
an Airhead?
Oh, if you just
take it
grab
and
the
you
end of the
just shake
wrapper
it,
and you
it'll
just
get
shake
like
it
to like a little pill.
You basically just have a tootsie roll
and
of
it's just
Airhead.
the whole Airhead.
We
It's
getting
just-
Airheads? We gotta get Airheads.
Yeah,
We have
need
to
go
now.
get Airheads.
I can't believe we've never done that.
No, Tootsie Pop versus.
Wow.
I like the Airheads as the mystery flavor. That's electric.
Yeah,
Tootsie Pop versus the strawberry candy Tootsie Pop.
Yeah,
Tootsie Pop. Yeah,
Tootsie Pop's one of my favorites.
Tootsie Pop is pretty goated.
Sour Patch Kids versus Skittles.
I
I
would
would go
choose Skittles,
Sour
but I
Patch.
know that the answer is going to be Sour Patch Kids.
I like Sour Patch Kids.
What
more
are
than
you
Skittles.
voting?
I'm voting
I vote
Skittles, but I
Skittles.
know.
Yeah, I vote
Oh, really?
Skittles, yeah.
Okay.
That's where Sour Patch ends for me.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I take Skittles.
I know
there.
Sour Patch Kids are typically like pretty much a wagon for everybody.
I
but
think
like
Sour Patch
Skittles.
Kids are a little overrated. Like I like Skittles more. Okay, then we have candy corn versus Tootsie Pop. I'll take Tootsie Pop.
gonna
go
have to be candy corn
just
for
to,
me.
just to get rid of Trevor's.
I think
prejudice.
I'm going to push for candy corn to win.
Okay, all right.
What was the candy corn even up against?
I don't
Tootsie Pop?
remember.
See, I disagree with
against
myself
Tootsie
so
Pop?
much.
I love Tootsie Pops.
Such a good candy.
I go
I'll
candy
flip it.
corn.
I'll
I have to go
flip it.
candy corn.
I'll go Tootsie Pop.
We're taking Tootsie Pop.
That's
All
fine.
I'll be
but candy
rational.
corn- candy
Y'all
corn wins
don't
the whole
have to
thing
be
in my
rational.
mind.
You can throw the. You
All
can throw
right.
the
I think
Sour
candy
Patch
corn
and
beats
cookies and cream
Snickers.
out.
Tootsie Pop versus Skittles.
I'll be the rational one here.
Tootsie Pop versus Skittles.
I'm taking
Sour
Tootsie
Patch
Pop.
Kids all day.
I'm taking Tootsie Pop.
Here's the thing I had to
freaking
say.
love Tootsie
Here's the
Pops.
thing I had to say about Tootsie Pop
I like
is
Tootsie
that
So it doesn't matter what he says.
There's only one downside.
this
to
is the
Tootsie
fruity
Pop.
bracket.
That doesn't matter.
And I think Skittles is the best fruity candy.
We're trying to decide the best candy. Period.
It can't
Tootsie
help
Pop's
where
a
it was
better
placed.
But right now we're on. You're right.
Tootsie Pop's a better candy.
I don't think it's a better candy.
M&M screwed freaking Milky Ways out of the
They
first
screwed
round.
I don't
Screwed
think
'em.
M&M screwed them.
Yeah, they should have
They
been against
screwed them, man.
M&M should have been against Reese's Pieces.
Well, but guess what? Whichever one of those is better would have ended up being better than something else at some point anyway. So
just
the
wanted to
bracket doesn't
see-
really
Oh,
matter.
that's a way to think
The
about
fan
life.
base wanted to see another round, though, dude. Come on, grow up.
Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie Pop.
That's fine.
So
Better
then
candy.
that leaves
I
us
like Skittles
with
better.
that leaves
Sour
us
Patch Kids should have won that side of the
that leaves us with Tootsie
I
Pop
kind of-
versus Snickers.
Snickers, not
for
even
the
close.
Universe.
Yeah. What am I going to choose? Put to Tootsie Top over Snickers?
Snickers wins. But I think really the bracket was Snickers won the chocolate side and Tootsie Pop on the other side. That's really how.
And they both are chocolate.
and they
Yeah, I
both
don't.
came.
That's why I don't think that Tootsie Pop should have. Is it called Tootsie Pop? Why is that?
Yeah.
Why can't I think
because
about
there's
that
a
right
Tootsie
now?
Roll in it and it's pop.
Because it's like one of those things where you say words so much and it stops existing. Say Tootsie.
Tootsie.
I don't want to say it that many times.
Say it.
No.
Trevor, say Tootsie.
Tootsie. Hey Tootsie. Hey Toots.
Tootsie Pop.
Tootsie. Tootsie Pop. I can't say.
Say it
Y'all
5
ever
times
have
fast,
the,
Connor.
Don't.
Just Tootsie or Tootsie
That's going to
Pop?
get dangerous.
Yeah.
Just Tootsie or Tootsie,
Tootsie.
Pop?
Just Tootsie.
Tootsie, Tootsie, Tootsie.
Y'all ever have the vanilla
Try.
flavored Tootsie Rolls?
No. Oh yeah.
I don't
They're
like
good.
those.
They're good.
I don't want those. I've never had them, but I don't
Here's
want
what
them.
I've learned by this bracket. Connor and I, opposite taste buds.
No,
when it comes
no.
to candy. Yeah.
It's just if
Yeah,
there's
you guys
ever,
had the most conflict.
No. This is it. If there's ever a version of something that isn't chocolate, whenever it's originally chocolate, I will not like it because whenever I'm eating, I'm just like, why am I wasting my time with this? Whenever
Why
I
are
could
you
be
getting
eating
hung up
chocolate?
on that one? We disagreed on about 15.
Well, yeah, we disagreed on a lot of them, but
That's what I'm saying. In
I knew
general,
had
we have
different-
opposite
I knew
taste
we had
buds.
different taste buds.
We
Yeah,
always have opposite taste buds. Also, cookies and cream Hershey's bar is incredible. It's not called a cookies and cream chocolate bar.
but see, you're taking something that's in place of chocolate to me, and I'd rather be having chocolate.
Same.
That wasn't the question.
Well, the question was which one's better.
Yeah, and I'd much rather have the cookies and cream. You know what? Here's
That's
what should
fine.
have happened. The Tootsie
we
Pop and the
can't
cookies and cream
argue
should have
about
flipped.
taste buds. We can't argue about
The
taste
cookies
buds.
and cream should have been on the other side of the bracket, and Tootsie Pop should have been on the other side.
That
Tootsie
there's-
Pop
makes
should have been in
so
chocolate.
little sense.
The chocolate. There is chocolate in the cookie.
Yeah,
and
there's
cream
as
bar, so
much
it's the
chocolate
same
in cookies
thing.
and cream as there is chocolate in Tootsie Pop.
You count in the Oreos as the chocolate,
Yeah.
cookies and cream.
Yeah.
Chocolate
Versus
cookie.
chocolate centered of a Tootsie Pop.
Yeah, chocolate cookie.
Actually, okay.
I would say there's more chocolate
Don't
presents
do
than Tootsie
that.
Pop, but I mean they
We
both have
can't
chocolate
get,
in
we
them.
can't
Okay.
get this feisty over taste buds. There's no actual
Oh,
argument.
no, that's not
involved.
taste buds. I was just saying one clearly has more
You're
chocolate.
just stupid, Connor.
I mean, Tootsie Pop clearly has more chocolate.
How many raisins?
No.
How much should raisins?
How much
cost?
raisins?
How many
can a
raisins
raisin
can
Chuck
fit?
Chuck?
What size shoe you wear? 8, 8.5?
Let me
No,
look
I
at
wear
my
a 9.5.
Instacart real
9.5?
quick and
How
see how
many
quick
raisins
I
I
have
can
an
fit
get.
in a
average
9.5.
size foot.
How many raisins can fit in a 9.5? That's what we should.
Well,
be
let me
asking
look
the
up
world.
the price of
I'll
raisins.
poop my
really
pants.
quick.
Like, what if you slid your foot into your shoe?
And how much bulk?
I would
can
throw
buy
up.
them in?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
like even thinking about
20
raisins makes me
ouncer
want
of
to throw up.
California
20
Grove,
ouncer.
$4. a big old. That's a big old chungus
That's
right
a
there.
nice.
I think
We're
I'm
gonna-
gonna tell you guys this
You're
because
gonna have to dip your hands in there and get all.
that's what I was
bit
about to say. I think I will tell you guys this: worst punishment possible for me. This would have to be something I would agree to, but worst punishment possible, not over giving blood, but maybe a little bit more legal than being forced to give blood by my place of employment.
You'd have
Would
to
be
prove
having to take a handful of raisins and put them in my mouth.
That's worse than shaving your beard. There's no way that's worse
Yeah,
than
it's
that.
no shot.
Because you would rather throw up than
Yeah,
shave
because
your
I would
beard.
just throw up.
Yeah.
But yeah. But like not.
But
like,
it would be a bad
shaving my
punishment.
beard is like
The problem
it's
with like punishments like that is like if I'm at home and I'm watching a YouTube video and this dude loses and just has to throw some raisins in his mouth, I'm
it's
never
not
buying
some
it.
ra- it's a handful.
But the problem is you would see the buildup.
But I would just think it's acting.
I would throw up. You would not be
People
acting.
accused it-
You would see substance from my stomach eject
Yeah.
from my
People
mouth.
accuse that with me eating a hot pepper.
Yeah.
People accuse that of like,
But I
Hunter's a
think
wimp. Like, that's not
that's
that,
a little.
like, that can't really
I don't
be.
know. I don't know.
Raisins.
It would
Like
be-
people
Well, then
eat-
it just wouldn't have to be
Like
something
kids-
that's like
kids
that
draw
There's
extreme.
a lot of
boxes
people.
of raisins
There's a
to
lot of
lunch
people that are.
every day.
I think there's a lot of people that are grossed out about raisins though, because they're weird.
I've
looking.
never heard it.
I love raisins. Though.
I'm fascinated by it.
Never heard of people not like raisins.
I've heard of people
Gosh,
not
dude.
like it, but not being grossed
How
out.
close?
Yeah, I
like
really
if
don't
I'm
like
eating
them.
raisins across from you, are you grossed out?
I mean, I'm grossed out if I think about raisins.
Oh man.
I do not. I just don't like them. I really don't like them.
I'm gonna eat raisins every
I
day.
know.
I'm not gonna like it.
I'm so.
I'm not gonna like it. I don't
so,
like the
so
smell.
Sorry for the things
I don't like the
I'm gonna
smell
do
of
with
raisins.
You know,
I mean-
there was a stretch where I was. This was like before
You
we
used
mo-
to bring them all the time.
I used to bring raisins.
yeah, the little box.
And I would even put them like I was doing a little ants on a log situation for a while, putting them on the peanut butter and celery. I was doing that for a little bit. I think.
Were you into Satan worship? What the heck is the deal with that? That's the worst thing I've ever heard in my life.
You've never seen ants on a log?
Yeah, seen it, but I thought it was a thing of horror movies. I thought that was only
How
things
many
that they
raisins
gave
are we
like
bringing in
orphan kids in
tomorrow?
movies to
You
be
didn't-
mean to them.
So like in school,
What if they're covered
your
in
buddies
yogurt?
never had like I never.
yeah,
liked
there
ants
were
on a
people
log.
that had raisins, but I
That's
didn't,
a great question. Yogurt covered raisins.
How scared are you? Less scared or more scared?
less
Like,
scared.
that's incredible.
I'm
Less
less
scared.
scared
Those
of
are
yogurt,
ter-
but I
those
don't.
are-
I hate
so
yogurt too.
tasty. You don't
I
like yogurt.
I'll eat yogurt, but I don't.
we
I don't
thought I
really
was the
love
picky
yogurt
one.
because I don't like raisins, and I will eat
Yogurt?
yogurt. I will eat yogurt. It's
Well,
just not my
I
favorite.
will eat salad.
No, you won't.
I literally just made and ate a salad like
you
2 nights
punk.
ago.
He eats
You're right.
salad
You're right.
now.
I forgot.
You stay on that side of the things.
Yeah.
Okay, what? Don't look at me like that.
Dude, we're getting so many craisins up in this boy.
No, here's what's gonna happen.
What's scarier, raisin or craisin? Clear
Definitely a raisin.
Okay.
Here's what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
You're not gonna see a raisin this month.
Not even this
You're not.
year.
You might not even see one this year. But one day you're gonna walk in. You're gonna open that little drawer of yours,
No, there's gonna be like 100 raisins tomorrow.
and there's gonna be just so many raisins in there.
Tomorrow.
That's I'm not even
when's,
nervous
when's
about
National Raisin Day?
I'm not nervous about it because literally
When
I'm just going to get
is
here, open the drawer,
Raisin
throw up,
Day?
and then leave.
You're gonna throw up just if you see them in a drawer.
I sometimes I will heave. Sometimes I will heave if I think about.
Mighty close.
Put that on my calendar.
I just don't want you to ruin any of my stuff.
Raisins will not ruin anything. That's the beauty of them.
Yeah, they're
don't even put off a
sticky.
residue.
Yes, they
No.
do put
Yeah,
off a
they
residue.
definitely do.
They're
A
sticky.
residue?
Yeah,
yes.
they'll get your hands sticky. Not like crazy.
They
but
have grape juice in them.
No, that's what gets sucked out to make it a raisin.
Oh, you're right. There's no moisture in them at all. They're completely dry. No moisture.
He's getting
he's
a
getting a
certain
little
way
bit.
right now.
Wow.
I'm
he's
just. I
getting
don't want you to put
pressed.
raisins on my stuff. It's gonna get
believe
sticky.
How close it is to
Can I put raisins on my stuff?
Connor,
You are more than welcome to
International
wait.
or National Raisin
No,
Day
you
is
can't-
so close. It is so close.
When is International Raisin Day?
It's so close.
I'll just look it up.
Yeah, you can. It's
I
very
don't.
close.
I listen again. I stand by it. I'm not necessarily nervous about it.
What we really
I'm gonna
need to
throw
figure
up
out
though.
is how we sneak raisins into something he eats. And
I
then
will be able to tell.
That's
I'll be able to
messed
tell.
up.
Have you, no, have
That's
you seen,
messed up.
Have you seen there's a movie The Help? And
Yeah,
she
the
makes the
poop
chocolate
pie?
pie and
Yeah.
she's like, eat my.
Yeah,
Well, actually, you already did.
I would never
That's
make
disgusting.
Connor accidentally eat a raisin.
No,
I'm not
no,
that
no,
evil.
no. Like you put it in like something a raisin belongs in, but Connor doesn't think it's in there. He eats it. He really enjoys it. You're like, man, how did you enjoy that lunch I made you? He's like, it's incredible. You're like, really?
I still wouldn't. I wouldn't deceive
There were
him that
raisins
way.
in there.
But I would put them on his desk. But I would never force him to ingest it.
I mean,
That could cause
if
trauma.
someone
We're
ever
gonna
makes a
make you fall
dessert,
in
the
love
first
with
thing I
raisins.
ask is there any raisins in this?
So you don't like oatmeal raisin cookies? You're just done with.
I do not like them.
I
They
love
have
oatmeal raisin
raisins in
cookies.
them.
They're so good.
One of the ingredients that it boasts upon is raisins.
That's another angle here. We just make like raisin bread, oatmeal raisin cookies,
That's so gross.
donuts with raisins in them. Like
Donuts with raisins
we just get every morning we have a different thing that we're just eating, and he's welcome to it. It's over there, free food,
Yeah.
but it's all raisins, all raisin induced.
Like I've tried in my.
What about
adult
golden
life.
raisins?
Yeah,
What are golden
the
raisins?
yellow ones.
I
Much
don't-
different
I don't-
flavor.
I do not like them.
Let me
They're
show
much
you-
different flavor,
I'll
though.
show you a picture.
I've never had them, but I
They're
will
actually
not.
they're kind of sweeter, to be honest with you.
Does not matter.
Kinda like mango-y.
I think it's mainly the texture of them.
Yet you like licorice.
I don't like
I mean, they're
licorice.
just
I like
not-
Twizzlers.
They're just not pretty. to
Twizzlers
look
are
at.
licorice, right?
They're not really though.
They're just
and
not
they're
pretty to
like
look at. They never
wax.
were. Look,
Eating
those are
Twizzlers-
golden raisins.
I don't want that. I do not want.
Let me
that.
give you a better image.
Yeah,
I
that was-
feel like
that was a rough
yeah.
one.
Hold on.
That kind of like an old one.
There you go. Those are golden raisins. Don't they look kind of like boogers?
Yeah, I don't really
Like
want
big
that.
juicy boogers.
I don't do snot. I'm not big
sour
snot guy.
golden raisins.
Now we're just getting crazy.
You can buy sour golden raisins. I'm gonna go buy some raisins, guys. Let's do our for our sound
Raisin
effect.
canes.
Yeah, raisin canes. For our sound effect, let's do Connor trying a raisin like he actually tries it for
Okay.
once. Okay.
No, I don't want to. No, you can't make me.
Oh no.
Wow. You know what, guys? I take everything back. That was a delightful treat. Can I have more?
Yeah. Okay. Here's
That
mine.
just sound like me. Very open minded.
Oh my goodness! Like all of a sudden, I now have hope.
Wow.
All right, this is mine. No, I won't do it. No, get it away from me, Trevor. Stop. Take your hands off of me, Trevor.
Keep going.
Get to the point where you eat it.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna eat it. I won't.
No, you do.
No, you-
though.
but you're forced
You
to.
do.
Okay,
You're
I'm forced to. All right. First of all, Trevor,
Just-
put your shirt back on.
Really visualize
Um,
eating a raisin though. It'll like help you get
okay.
a character. Visualize it. Think of it.
Like, what if he just puked? We're just like,
I don't. I do not like it. That's what I would say. I would. That's probably what I'd do. I'd be like, oh, I do not like that. I have eaten things with raisins in them, and I run over to the trash can and I spit it out.
fascinating.
That podcast, man.